My 15-year marriage to Javier ended abruptly, shocking many. To outsiders, we had always been the picture of a successful family. The businessman husband, the devoted wife, 2 diligent children, and a grand mansion in an exclusive neighborhood of Mexico City. But only I knew the truth. Behind that perfect facade were cracks that could never be repaired. Javier was unfaithful. Not once but many times. I endured, I forgave, but the more I forgave, the more he trampled on me. Until one day, he had the audacity to bring his mistress into our own home and say to my face, "Just take care of the children and the family. My business is none of yours." In that moment, I knew the marriage had been dead for a long time. I signed the divorce papers without protest, without tears. Some thought I was naive, but the truth was, I had been preparing for this day for a long while. The mansion, worth tens of millions of pesos, was in my name. For years, my mother-in-law and Javier's 12 relatives treated it as if it were theirs. They came and went as they pleased, even daring to tell me I was just a stranger living on borrowed time. I tolerated it for the sake of my children. But once the divorce was finalized, I knew it was time to let it all go. The day I received the final documents, I announced firmly, "I'm donating this mansion to a charity, to become a home for orphan children and elderly adults without families. Starting next week, everyone must vacate." Javier's family was stunned. Murmurs, protests, and cries filled the room. My mother-in-law clutched my arm, screaming in disbelief. "Are you crazy? So my 12 relatives are going to be homeless? Don't you have a conscience?" I looked her straight in the eye and replied coldly, "You yourself always told me I was a stranger, didn't you? Well, today I'm taking you at your word. A stranger has no obligation to support 12 members of your family. I'd rather donate this house to people who truly need it, not to those who live at the expense of others and belittle them." That phrase left her speechless. She just stood there, hands trembling, unable to respond. The room fell silent. The once proud glances dropped, heavy with shame. They realized I was no longer the submissive daughter-in-law they had once mocked. A week later, I handed the keys to the mansion to the foundation. They thanked me warmly, promising to turn it into a joyful refuge for children and the elderly. Watching them laugh and play inside the house that had long been a symbol of my humiliation, I felt true peace for the first time. Meanwhile, my ex's family moved into a rented apartment. I later heard Javier was bitter about losing his luxury, and his mistress left him once she realized the business was finished. My mother-in-law still resents me, but whenever someone repeats my words to her, she only sighs, no longer able to scream as she once did. My children understood and supported me. They said, "Mom, you did the right thing. That house only caused you pain. Now it will bring joy to others. We're proud of you." I hugged them tightly. For the first time, I felt truly strong. I realized the sweetest revenge is not keeping material things or arguing, it's turning pain into an act of greatness, leaving those who scorned you with nothing but guilt and emptiness. Today at 55, I may have lost a marriage, but I've found myself again. Most importantly, I taught my ex's entire family one truth. Never underestimate a woman who seems to endure everything, because when she finally stands up, she silences everyone.